Okay, people have been bugging me for this, and it's just taken me a long time to get around to it. Hemis are a little bit different than LSs when it comes to this. So this is for pop bang tuning. This is a 6.1 SRT charger. I don't know, 2008, 2009, whatever. So or 6.1, I don't know. So this is a non-VVT car, so we might need to make a video for the VVT cars as the tuning software is different, or the operating system is different. But the theory of what you're doing isn't any different. So deacceleration fuel cutoff is a little bit different on these compared to LSs. There's not a lot of stuff here. Let's see if we can get there's KPA. Shouldn't have to worry about any of these numbers, they're all super low anyway. Enable map 20. Okay, so deacceleration fuel cutoff stuff's all set up here. Go down to 100 degrees, enable temp. Now, being an automatic car, a lot of times in order to get the pop bangs correct, you may have to put it in manual mode when you're slowing down in order to get them to come in. So one of the first things you need to do is make sure your deacceleration fuel cutoff is set up properly to come on. Okay, once it's on, you're going to want to go to your power enrichment, and let's say you're shifting at 6,000. Well, you need this to be way more rich, so let's do this, okay? And then you're going to need a transition up to it. That way when you're getting on it, you're coming up to wide open throttle. Right before you get to wide open throttle, it dumps a ton of fuel because you need raw fuel in order to get the pops bangs correct on vehicles that don't have long tubes and straight pipes and things like that. Okay, from there it gets a little bit harder because a lot of Dodges don't have mass airflow sensors. My Hellcat had a mass airflow sensor, so that was kind of nice. Okay, so if you have a mass airflow sensor, you need to find out where you idle at, and you need to so you find out what frequency you idle at, and anything under that frequency times it by 1.2, which will add 20% more fuel. That way when you let off the throttle, it starts dumping fuel again to help the pop bangs for a momentary lapse in time until the fuel cutoff happens, okay? For those of you who do not have mass airflow sensors and you do not have a neural network, you can go to your VE table. Now, your car probably idles somewhere in this area, okay? Log your idle. If your car never drops into this area when you idle, go out and get on it and let off. Now when you let off, your car is going to come into a weird area, probably right around here, which you'll never hit while driving. Okay, if you don't hit this area while driving, you're going to want to take this area and you want to times it by 20%, which is going to add more fuel when you're in that area. Okay, I don't even remember where that was. Let's watch the map. Okay, so that's probably this area right around here. Okay, you can smooth that out, do whatever you want there. You can play with that, but that'll make it so that you have more fuel when you let off the throttle, which will also help with the pop bangs. From there, you need to go to spark table. You need to go to your wide open throttle table. You need to log this as well. Okay, you're gonna get on it. You're gonna get on it. You're going. You're going. All of a sudden, you get wide open throttle. You let off. Okay, well when you let off, it's going to come around here and it's going to drop into this area here as it falls. Now, this also is not an area where you're normally in, because, so yes, you are normally in this area on the regular chart, but you will not be on this area in the wide open throttle chart. So if you're not in this area in the wide open throttle chart and this is where it is, you're going to want to set that to 0. That way, for that moment of time when you let off and it starts crashing down the RPMs, it lets 0 timing here. So not only is it dumping extra fuel in the tailpipe, it's pulling the timing which will allow the hot pipes to ignite the fuel to get you the pop bangs without allowing for the timing to clean up the cylinders. There isn't a lot more on the Hemis that you can do in order to get the pop bangs, other than making sure you have long tube, straight pipe exhaust, things like that. The better the tune is on the vehicle, the harder it is to get it, unless it's heavier modified. The heavier modified it is, the easier it is to get it. Stock vehicles, it will not be as easy. Just remember, like I said, you're going to want to log the spark and other things that I mentioned in order to figure out where the car is, so that you can make changes properly in order to get the desired effect. Okay, so that means you're going to need to go to the scanner, and you're going to need to have your spark wide open throttle table set up. You're going to want to have your B1 and B2 VE tables set up. For those of you who do not know what I'm talking about, we do have separate videos for Hemi spark and for volumetric efficiency tuning, or VE tuning. You need to watch both of those videos to understand how to set up the histograms in order to log what you need to get the desired effect. If anyone has any questions, or if your vehicle looks super different than this one here, feel free to message me or send me your file, and I will make a video for that specific vehicle.